The current housing market is a simple function of supply and demand, and it feels like we're starting to see more supply. But are we?
Hi, this is Greg Powers with Keller Williams Metropolitan, and this is Real Estate Smarts in roughly under 3 minutes.
Now, first, I just want to say you can tell my kids are home from college, can't you? Extra ironing board in the office. Yeah, just for the summer, though. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. One of my clients, a buyer client, sent me a list of new listings that had just come on and expressed great relief that we were finally starting to see more inventory hit the market. Well, I took a look at some of the data from the MLS, and I track new listings and things that go under contract on a rolling 7-day period. And this is what I can see.
This is a chart of activity over the previous 7 days from the date in blue up at the top. Now, if you look at the red line, that's the number of new listings over that 7-day period. And you can see starting at about March, there was a fairly consistent 200 to 300 new listings coming on. And in May, we had a sudden jump to well over 400, but it leveled off over the next month or so. Now, to show that even that spring increase wasn't enough, look at the green and orange lines, which show the median days on market for both under contract and pending properties. Since January, half of all the homes that went under agreement did so in about a week, and that's been very consistent. So just a sign of very strong demand for whatever is coming on the market. And just for a little historical perspective, if you look at the 2 months, April and May of 2019, the last pre-pandemic spring market, during that period there were 3,873 new listings coming on the market. This year, that same period, 2,919. And you can see the effect of that decreased inventory below. The average days on market in 2019 was 45. Now it's 16 days.
So the supply doesn't seem to be going up much more than what we would expect from a seasonal change when you have the spring market. I also saw an article recently from Mortgage News Daily that said that housing starts and permits were down in May of 2022 from April of this year. Now they are still up from last year. But if part of the shortage of inventory is the fact that builders weren't building enough homes over the last decade or so, then that doesn't bode well for supply either. Another factor that may limit the supply is the recent rise in interest rates. Now, people who have built up equity over the last several years because of simple appreciation may not want to trade their low interest rate for a higher interest rate to move up. They may just decide to stay where they are. So the number of existing homes coming on the market may not increase that much. Now, if we do go into a deep recession, there will probably be layoffs, and some people may not be able to afford the house that they're in. So that we could see some houses coming on the market from that source. But I don't like to predict the future. You know that if you've talked to me very long. But I don't see any huge jump in inventory to help with the supply side of the equation. So hopefully this has been useful information. If so, feel free to sign up for my blog, be notified whenever I post any new videos. And as always, if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. Always happy to help when I can. Thanks so much.